And now the week that I've been dreading forever. Broadway week. So it's Broadway week. That means we're supposed to talk about Broadway. Only one problem with that for me. Get your torches and your pitchforks out, because I've never seen anything on Broadway. That includes anything Disney. I've never seen a Disney Broadway production. I mean to, but I haven't yet. But luckily, there are things within the Disney Broadway productions that sort of transcend and go outward into mainstream media. Mainly, there are actors in the plays that have appeared in other things, other movies, other TV shows, and that's what this video is about. Let's talk about the famous Disney Broadway stars who are also famous outside of Broadway. So number one on this list is Susan Egan, and she played Belle in the Broadway production of Beauty and the Beast, obviously. But some other cool facts about her is she was also the voice of Meg in the movie Hercules, yes, the Disney animated one, not the one with The Rock. And she's also the voice of Rose Quartz in Steven Universe, so she's got some voice acting legacy behind her. Later on, other actresses were to take on the role of Belle, and some of them also transcended the stage, namely Rachel Beck, who was in the popular sitcom from 1991 to 1994 called Hey Dad. In the Broadway production of The Little Mermaid, Sebastian was played by Titus Burgess, and you might be familiar with him from his role in The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Can you imagine if he would have sang Under the Sea like Pinot Noir? Under the sea. Next up, we have an actor who comes from the relatively unknown and underrated Tarzan Broadway musical. Did you even know they had one? I only know because of Tumblr. Josh Strickland. Sound familiar? Well, if you're not over 21, that's probably because he became popular in Holly Madison's Vegas production of Peep Show and was also on her reality series. Fun fact, actually. You can use this one at parties to impress your friends. In the Broadway production of Aladdin, Jafar is played by Jonathan Freeman, who is also the voice of Jafar in Aladdin, the animated movie. Crazy, right? So if you were watching Thingamavlogs yesterday and you watched Sarah's video, you would have seen that she interviewed John Tartaglia, and he also fits into this category. Awesomely enough. John, aside from being Lumiere in Beauty and the Beast on Broadway, also had his own puppet show on the Disney Channel. That show was called Johnny and the Sprites. That guy really likes puppets. Extra, extra, this next actor was in Newsies, and his name is Jeremy Jordan. Jeremy can currently be spotted on the hit show Supergirl. I think it's a hit. I liked it. Should be a hit. He plays Win Scott Jr., who is the son of Win Scott, obviously, who is also the Toy Man. Oh, P.S., he was also in Smash. So you know when you're friends with somebody for a really long time and then you find out something about them and you're kind of like, dude, why didn't you tell me? I'm gonna tell everybody and embarrass you! Well, I mean, this isn't really embarrassing because he was still on Broadway, but Nick Jonas was Chip in Beauty and the Beast. A lot of people didn't know that. Why didn't you tell me before, Nick? Huh? And last but not least, my biggest man crush of all, Hugh Jackman. That's right. Hugh Jackman played my biggest Disney man crush, Gaston, in the Australian production? Does it still count as a Broadway production? Yes, Hugh Jackman was Gaston in the Australian Broadway production of Beauty and the Beast. What a dreamboat. But you want to hear a funny story about Hugh? Apparently, he was constantly getting dehydrated because A, his pants were super duper tight, which is one of the downsides of being Gaston, I guess, or upsides, however you want to look at that. And also he's singing and he's dancing and he's flexing and he's all the time. You have to be in extreme Gaston mode all the time. As a result, he was constantly dehydrated. So, to counter that, one time he drank 4 gallons of water before going on stage. And then, apparently there's a scene when he picks up Belle to serenade her, I suppose, and right as he did that, he peed his pants. Wolverine peed his Gaston tights. That's just crazy. So here we go, guys. You ready? Here we go. In the comments below, I want you to let me know which Disney musical you think I should see first. Because I'm a fresh canvas, man. I've got no paint, no experience, and which one would blow my mind the most? And obviously Lion King is like the biggest thing of all time. But is that the one I should start with? I don't know. You guys tell me. Thank you guys for watching this video. We'll see you next week on Thingamavlogs. Bye.